Hola and welcome to Linditas Kitchen. I am Lindita and today I've got something really fun that I'm going to be making for you. I'm going to be making some spicy corn brats and some sides. So it's a little twist, it's something a little different, but it's going to be so delicious. So let's get started, okay? All right, so what I have here, I have 1 cup of the all-purpose flour. So we're going to put that in there. And 1 cup of the yellow cornmeal. We're gonna mix all these little ingredients together. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Ooh, I know. And then 2 teaspoons of the baking powder. Sprinkle it in there. And about 1/2 teaspoon of the salt. That's all. Let's see. And why is it gonna be nice and spicy? Because I'm adding Linditas to this mix and it's just perfect for this dish. So you can use the hot or the mild. So it's up to you, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and just mix this up. Woo! Got that spice going on in there. Mix it nice and well. Oh. I do like mine hot. So anyway, what I did use, I'm just gonna tell you, I used 1 package of Linditas. I just dumped it right in there because I was all excited. So you can go with the hot or a mild. So now that we have everything mixed well, we're gonna go ahead and add 1.5 cups of the buttermilk. So we're gonna toss that in there. Buttermilk, And then we've got 3 tablespoons of honey. Oh yeah, drop it right in there just like that. Perfect. And then 2 tablespoons of your, you can use any type of oil, olive oil. I'm using canola oil for this. I'm going to just set this aside here, and then we're going to go ahead and mix it. All your ingredients together. Nice and well. Perfect, just like this. And of course, I've got my brats. And for this recipe, I'm using 5 brats. Or, I'm also gonna add the same mix right to my jalapeno, my little side dish that I'm doing with jalapeños. So I'm gonna be dipping it right in. So we're gonna mix this up and let this sit for like about 10 minutes. And if it's too thick, you can always add a little bit more, buttermilk or even whole milk. It's up to you. Okay, so let's set this aside for 10 minutes and I'll get my brats ready, okay? Okay, so now for my side, I have a jalapeno, and this is the size that you want. Pretty large, actually. The bigger, the better. So I've already gone ahead and just cut these open, but I'm gonna show you the process. So what you wanna do is just cut down the middle and just give it a little top here. Like that. We're gonna open it. And then we're gonna go ahead, let's see, let me open this up and remove the seeds as much as you can. I'm gonna take this out. You can use your fingers, or if you have a spoon too, you can just dig them out like that. Get them hollow. And this year, this happened last year too, my peppers were actually not as hot. And so, which is a good thing. So this is what you want the inside to look, just like that. And if there's a couple seeds in there, that's okay. So now, I'm just gonna go ahead and just take this over here. Move it. I'm gonna grab another teaspoon here. And I'm gonna fill them in with peanut butter. Right? Peanut butter, and I'm using the crunchy. So, you have your special, peanut butter, go ahead and use it. But I like it with the nuts in there because it just gives it that crunch. Once you taste this, you'll see what I'm talking about. So we're going to go ahead and just start filling these in. And I'm going to use about, maybe a couple, well, depending on the size of your pepper, you can just start filling them in, like 2 to 3. And these are big peppers, so you're going to have to fill them in a little bit more. See, just like that. And then you want to just squeeze it in a little bit. And then we'll fill in the rest. So I have about 6 jalapeños. Woo! Drum roll. Yeah. Now this one has about 2. So I'm going to just clear this off like that. Oh, this one turned around. There we go. One more, and then we'll keep going, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay? Well. Perfect. Okay, so we are back. My batter is all done. It's ready to go. So I'm going to set this aside. And I have 5 brats here. And so what I've done is I did actually put them right on the grill this morning. And they cooked really well. I removed the heat. Tried to just pat them down. And I used my shish kebab sticks. I did cut them down a little bit. And what you want to do is just stick them right in. Just like that. Perfect. They'll be ready to go with the batter. And then my jalapeño. And they are filled with what? Crunchy peanut butter. Oh, and they're going to taste so good. Once I put them in the batter, you'll see. So we'll put these aside right now. And then I'm going to do the crunchy corn on the cob. I'm so excited with this recipe because it is, you don't think of it, you're going to deep fry it. And I'm going to show you later how that goes. But we've got 1 cup of the all-purpose flour. And then we've got about a half a cup of the panko breadcrumbs, 1 teaspoon of the salt, half a teaspoon of the pepper, half a teaspoon of the garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of Linditas. And again, you have that option, mild or hot, and I'm using 1 teaspoon of the ground. It's with the grinder, and so I did grind down to 1 teaspoon. So I'm going to mix it all up. And about 1/4 teaspoon of the cayenne. You can use cayenne or paprika, but I love the cayenne pepper. For me, it just tastes much better. So I'm going to go ahead and just mix all this up. And I did, in this dish, I have 1 cup of the buttermilk. So we're going to mix this really good here. It's going to get nice and tasty. So this is a good time. I used 4 ears of corn, and I'm going to go ahead and just put them all in the bowl with the milk. I was like, how many did I put in there? Because I've done it where I've done like 6, but I like the 4. It works out better. So we're going to just give them a spin. Spin them around. Roll them, roll them, roll them. Keep them. Na, na, na. It's not raw hide, but yeah, I'm going to let that sit for a little bit. I'm going to just rearrange a little bit, and I'll get going on the flour mixture, okay? I've gone ahead and preheated my oil, my vegetable oil, and I used about 1 quart of oil, and you want it to heat up to about 350, okay? So right now it's preheating, so let's get started on our corn on the cob. And it's gonna be nice and crunchy, and you'll see why. I've got 4 ears of corn that I've cut in half. And it's all been cleaned, and I used the buttermilk because it really does help coat the corn. And then we're gonna put it in our, roll it into our flour mixture. Get the ends, así. Set it aside. Ooh, make sure you get the ends of it too, like that. All right, so we're gonna just keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Yeah. Perfect. And using the panko, I find it that it just gives it a little bit more of a crunch. Okay, so keep rolling it. Get the ends. Ooh la la. So these babies are ready to go here in a few. But before we get going with these, we're gonna start with our batter. And what you want is to get a tall glass, some type of glass. You wanna fill your mixture in here. So I have a little funnel that I'm just gonna add and dump right in. And you don't wanna go all the way. Just be patient. Perfect. So we're gonna be dumping in our little brats and peppers. So let's go to the range. It's ready to go. Yay, I'm excited. Okay, so now I have it at a low medium right now. The heat is set at 350, perfect right there. So I'm gonna remove this. And I'm using the vegetable oil. You do not wanna use any olive oil on this because it will burn. And that's not a good thing. So now we're gonna take our brat and we're gonna dip it and twirl it, just like that. And let it drip nicely. Perfect. So to get it started, I'm just gonna drop it in, roll it a little bit, and let it go. Yeah. And I'm gonna do one at a time. I'm more comfortable with that because you want it to be nice and golden brown. And don't forget, the brat is already cooked, so you don't have to worry about that. Well, let's give it a little turn here. If you can, yeah. Boy, there we go. Stay. Want it nice and golden brown. If you want it really dark, just let it go, But this is the look that you're looking for right here. Perfect. Well, let me do this side a little bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna remove it. I'm just gonna give it a little turn here, see if I can grab it. Perfect. Set it. Let's repeat the process. They are so delicious. Okay. Well, that one's got a tip, so again, let's roll it and drop it. Spicy corn brats, they turned out perfect. Oh yeah, so we're gonna put this aside and get started on our spicy filled jalapeños. So now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna dip it and just drop it in. Yeah, I'm gonna remove this little one over here on this side. These are popping. Perfect. Roll it over. Needs a little help there. Nice and golden brown. Voila. Set it down and do the next one. Just keep repeating it. I'm gonna get the edges here. Okay. All right. Drop this baby in there. Beautiful. Oh, mira how beautiful they turned out. My jalapeno poppers filled with crunchy peanut butter. Yum. And now we're gonna get started on our crunchy corn on the cob. Okay, so I'll put these aside and let's get started. My spicy corn brats are all done. My jalapeños are nice and fried. And now we're gonna do our corn on the cob. So I'm gonna just drop these babies in. Just like that. I'm gonna do 2 at a time. If you have a fryer like this is awesome. A good friend of mine lent it to me, and so I'm showing you the 2 different options. You know, you can do it in a Dutch oven or in a fryer. And this is set at 350. See? Ooh. They're getting nice and golden brown. Ooh la la. I'm gonna just turn them over a little bit, see if I can help it. Put a paper towel. They're over there. Yeah. Just give them, and you know, it doesn't matter. You know what time, the time on this is about like a minute or 2, but if you want them nice and crunchy, the longer, actually, the better. They get nice and dark. So keep it going. And having the panko crumbs, breadcrumbs, with the flour really makes a difference. It makes it nice and crunchy. Have you ever had crunchy corn on the cob? Perfect. I'm gonna just put them on a towel here and then get the rest of them going. Okay, let's go 2 at a time. Then we'll come back when they're all done and ready to go and serve it up. Mira, mis amigos. Welcome back and check this out. Look at this recipe. It made so much. And this crunchy corn on the cob, oh my goodness, it goes with everything. So for this recipe and all the rest, just go to linditasalsa.com and check out that QR code in the corner. Until next time, mis amigos, I know you're going to enjoy this because we are. Salud.